Hi guys and welcome back to Blues Focus TV, and today I'm going to be giving my thoughts on Blues' upcoming away fixture against Nottingham Forest. Going to be a very tough fixture. I think you'd have to be very optimistic to think we're going to get a win out of this, because Forest are absolutely flying. But before we get into the analysis, make sure to like the video and subscribe to Blues Focus TV for all your Blues related content. Let's get in to the opposition. And Forest are 5th on 64 points, and they're only 2 points behind 3rd place with 2 games in hand. So if they carry on the way they're going, I think they will get a top 3 finish this season. Now they've got the 3rd best goal difference in the league as well. The only teams better, obviously Fulham and then Bournemouth, but they're not too far off Bournemouth's goal difference. Forest, I didn't realise how good their goal difference was until I looked, and it did take me by surprise a bit because I know they're in great form, but they do put the ball in the back of the net a lot. Forest, their games recently, won 4 in a row, which is worrying for us. Unbeaten in 9 in the league as well. So they're in great form. They've really shot up the table, and they are going to be so tough to stop. I do think with Forest that they will obviously get a playoff position at the end of the season, but I don't actually think it's out of the question for them to get automatic promotion. The other night, Forest beat Coventry, Bournemouth lost to West Brom. Forest gained 3 points there and then, and Bournemouth have got a very hard run in till the end of the season. With Forest's form being so good, and Forest still having to play Bournemouth, look, that's the second last game as well. It could go right down to the wire to see who gets that second spot. But I think it will be between Forest and Bournemouth. Forest have got some great players as well. Brennan Johnson is probably the main one to name. I think if Forest don't go up this season, a Premier League club will definitely come calling in the summer, because he's still so young, and he's even proved it in the FA Cup games when they went on a great run. Beat Arsenal, beat Leicester, beat Huddersfield, lost to Liverpool 1-0. But he played very well in them. Jed Spence, another very good player. So yeah, they're going to be very difficult to stop. That's it for Forest. Let's get on to the Blues. And Blues, we're back to our default position of 18th place on 45 points. And we're sitting comfortably 16 points above the relegation zone. Barnsley are in 22nd. They've got 7 games left. They either need to win 5, draw 2 and not lose any, or win 6 at least out of their 7, with us picking up no points for us to get relegated. So I now believe even the most pessimistic Blues fan has to admit we're safe. Because I've seen a lot of people before that West Brom game stressing that, we're still close to relegation, or we're in a relegation battle. We're really not. Our position might be low in the table, but there's a big point gap there, and we're not in a relegation battle anymore. And it's good now, getting that last win. I think it changed a few Blues fans' opinions on Bowyer, as a lot of people are just reactionary as soon as we get a win. Oh yeah, he's the man for the job. As soon as we lose 2 games in a row against really hard teams, Bowyer out. But I do think he's done a good job with us this season, considering all the injuries he's had. And yes, that may be down to his training regime, but he's got us through the tough period with just a lot of loan players. Really, there hasn't been much actual investment in the team. I think if you give him the summer and the owners give him some money, he can turn this club into a mid-table club. Because if you look at the players he's brought in, they've all improved our squad. It's sort of the players that have been there for a while that are letting us down. So I do believe in Bowyer, stick with him, and we can get somewhere. Our last 5 games, we've won 2, drew 2, lost 1. And the loss was against Middlesbrough. So we're in good form at the moment. The last win was a 1-0 against West Brom. Massive result. It's been God knows how long since we last won against them. It's something like 15 years, I believe, but it's been a long time coming. I think we've sort of deserved that. I went to a Blues game a few years ago against West Brom at St Andrews where we were 2-1 up and Charlie Austin came on and scored 2. And you sort of just felt that sometime in the near future we will get something over them. And we have, and it's good because they're our closest rivals within the Championship. So it's good to get one over on them for once. I think with this next game, we're going to see the same lineup because you don't really change a winning lineup. It's quite difficult to do that and justify it. And then if it backfires, the fans are on your case. So I think he's just got to stick with the same team as long as there's, no bad injuries to anyone. And I think it's going to be very tough because Forest are such a good side. But Deeney should be back in around the squad. Don't think he'll start. But I think if he is back, he'll be on the bench. Mengi and Friend are both still going to miss this one. So defensively, we are still a bit short. But Nico Gordon has done very well for us so far. Fair play to him. A young player, stepping up, taking his opportunity. And he's passing the test at the moment. He's a very good young player. And I think a lot of people were thinking, okay, in the summer, we're going to need to get quite a few defenders in. But Nico Gordon's sort of proving that he can be our young one that, you can sort of build a team around a player like that for the future. So, yeah, Gordon has been very good for us. Kept a clean sheet in our last 2 games, which is obviously great. And I think we're heading in the right direction, but I still think this game is way beyond us. I don't think we've really got much of a chance of winning this one. But again, if we do lose it, which we're expected to lose, I just don't want to see all over Twitter everyone saying, "Oh, we're terrible, Bo, you're out," because it's just a team in a very different place at the moment to where we are. We're sort of at the start of our building. Bo's only been here for a season, so we're at the start of building. I know Cooper has not been at Forest for long, but he's took on a pretty decent squad that, for the past few seasons, well, last season they didn't do great, but the season before that they just about missed out on playoffs. And, they have got quality in their team. They just needed the right man to wield that power, I guess. And Cooper looks like that man for them. But that's it for Blues. Let's get into the head-to-head. And in the head-to-head, we lost the reverse 3-0. And over our last 10 games against them, we've won 3, drew 4, lost 3. Which was better than I expected considering, how well they're doing at the moment. So we've got a decent record against them. One interesting narrative for this game is Lyle Taylor. I'm not sure if he actually can play. I haven't really looked at that, but I'm hoping he can. And if he can, will he be able to score against them? That would be, quite interesting. But I don't know which way to go with this, which score, because I think they will win this game. I think it will be a comfortable performance from them. But I do also fancy us to get a goal if Lyle Taylor plays. So I'm going to go Forest to win 2-1. So those are my thoughts on this upcoming fixture against Nottingham Forest. But I want to know, what are yours? Tell me down in the comments. Please like the video, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more Blues related content. And don't forget to head over to my channel and subscribe. Last weekend we went from 65 to 75 subscribers, and we also had a video that hit 300 views, which is the first time I've ever done that. So I was very happy, think the channel's progressing quite well, and yeah, your support is much appreciated. I've been James from Blues Focus TV, and up the Blues.